So with all these things that's happening in the world, like once you learn about it, and if you can't do anything in that immediate moment to make a difference and change and help the people that are suffering, like for example, child trafficking, or people that are starving, or war, or any of these things, like get that information so that you know what's going on, right? Don't be oblivious to what's happening outside of you, like child trafficking and the things that I said. Know it. But don't continue watching videos on incidents where it's happening when you can't do anything to change it, because at the end of the day you're buying into the fear that they're promoting on you, and because you already have the awareness of it. If you didn't know about it and you watch a video on it, then that's good. You watch a video, you're aware, and now you have that knowledge and information that hopefully when you can, you make a difference. Like for me, with feeding the hungry, with building homes, building schools, um, targeting child trafficking, all these things I care about. I care about deeply, but I don't have the means at the moment to make a difference. However, when I do get the means to do that, I will make a difference in those areas. I will put my time and effort and finances and everything in those industries so that I can make a difference. So it's like I have the self awareness that that's happening, and when I can, I'll make the difference on it. But I don't spend my time obsessing over that and feeling despair and feeling like, oh, why is this happening, and blah blah blah. Puts you in that mindset that you trust the world less and less, that you can make a difference when you keep obsessing and watching those videos over and over. So it's like they're trying to get you, the society, and it's like people that are sharing it are actually trying to do something that's positive, so they make people awareness, but it also has a negative side where when you watch too much of it, you're buying into that fear system. You're buying into that lower vibration because you start feeling bad. You start feeling despair for those people. You start feeling all these things, and you're not doing anything to help those people, right? So that's why you have to take those things in doses. Like for me, for example, like I don't like rewatching movies. Why? Or reading a book over. Even though I buy books, or I used to buy books, I don't know why I bought them when I'm not going to reread it. I should just get it from the library and return it, which I started doing before I left Canada. Because I don't reread the books. I don't want to reread the book. Once I know what's going to happen, I don't find it interesting. The whole purpose of reading that book is like finding out the thrill of finding out what's going to happen next. Same with movies and shows. I don't rewatch shows when I've already watched it. It doesn't give me that nostalgic feeling. It gives me the thing, oh, I already know what's going to happen. So it's the same thing with information. When you already know that this stuff is happening, you don't need to keep reminding yourself that it's happening over and over again. That's why it's important to learn new information. So, for example, for me, it's like once I learned that, okay, for like what I said in my last video about bananas, right? Once I knew that, okay, eating smaller bananas are better than eating bigger bananas, put that nugget of information into my brain, processed it, and now that's what I do when I go to the grocery store. I do that. I know blueberries, all these things are good for you, like even with health, for example, right? Once I learn the hack or the trick or whatever, what's good for you, I start implementing that into my routine, into my life, into my body, into my mind, whatever, right? And then I don't need to keep watching the same video about how bananas are good for me from a different creator or blah, 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 explaining another benefit of banana. No, I already learned that bananas are good. Good, that's it. And like the toothpaste thing that I told you, okay, I found the best toothpaste that's working for me, that's making my teeth white, and that is strengthening my teeth and all these things. So now I don't need to go find 100 different other toothpastes that are good for me because this one's working for me. If this one wasn't working for me, then I would do more research and find another toothpaste that was better or whatever, right? So it's like we really got to pay attention to what we're watching, and if we're watching this, consuming the same content and over, because our whole purpose is to perfect our soul. And how do we perfect our soul? By gaining more knowledge in different areas. So for example, with the Anunnaki, right? I know about the Anunnaki and that this is a prison planet and all this stuff, and I still don't know for sure if that's the truth, but let's say that's the truth, right? I know about all this information. So it's like if I see another video of someone talking about the Anunnaki and there's not new insight in it, then I scroll and I move on from that video. But there's videos that people share that are about the Anunnaki and different perceptions that people have of them and different insights that they've gathered from reading the same text, but they've put their own perception and they pulled out information that other people didn't pull out, then I'll watch a video like that because it's getting me to learn more information that I can piece together, right? Philosophy, all of these things from different writers, I'll read it, even though some of them are saying the same thing. I'll take the information that I know, skim over that, and the ones that I don't know as yet, I'll pull it out and see if it's useful. So it's like constantly like looking for stuff that's useful for you, right? Useful to strengthen your mind, to get you to understand the truth, useful to strengthen your body, to make you feel calm, strengthen your mind, body, and soul. Like it's all finding information that is conducive towards your growth, that helps you to be a better person, that helps you to understand yourself better, helps you to gain more self-love, that helps you to have better values. Like for example, like exercise routines, right? It's like you'll watch videos on exercise routines, try them, and when one works, one sticks, keep doing that one, right? And if you start getting bored of that exercise routine, then you can look up other exercise routine and do that. But you don't need to keep like obsessing over, okay, now I need to watch this exercise, this exercise. If something's working for you, keep on that until you feel like, oh, you need to add something else. But if it's like a new routine that they're teaching you and you're interested in that and you're like, okay, I want to try that and incorporate it into your routine, then yeah, watch it. But don't keep watching the same type of routines when you've already learned how to do that routine, right? I just find that sometimes we watch the same things over and over again, like watching an old movie, reading an old book, all this stuff, when it's like that we don't know how much time we have on this earth. So it's like we're wasting that time watching something over and over again just because I don't even know why we do it. We do it because I don't even know why we do that. Just because we've been programmed to do that? Like just because we, I don't know, get a thrill out of it? Like I don't know why we watch things that already make us, that we already know about when there's so much new information to know about. Like it's like the whole thing about complaining, for example, right? People will complain and they'll complain about the same thing over and over again for years. For 30 years, they're complaining about the same thing that happened to them in their 20s and now they're 50, right? And you're like, oh my God, like, have you not let that go? Have you not forgiven? And I've had moments where I've complained about things in the past. And before I went on this healing journey, yeah, I was complaining about a lot of things and fixating on things that weren't working instead of fixating on the things that were working. And even as this healing journey, when I get into frustration or impatience, I'm like, oh, why is this not working? Instead of looking at all the things that are working for me. So it's like constantly, that's why it's like constantly, another thing I want to say about watching all these things that are the same things or that are about like what's happening in the world is like we spend so much time fixating on that, and I was doing that as well, instead of fixating on the videos that help you grow, that help you create your own reality and all that stuff. So it's like I rather spend my time on, if it's rewatching something that I haven't implemented in my life yet, like these routines of gratitude, or gratitude I've practiced in my life, so I don't need to keep watching videos about gratitude. I've already implemented that into my mindset and into my routine. But videos that I watched and I haven't implemented yet, I'll keep watching because it's a reminder to myself, oh yeah, pay attention to this. Oh yeah, do this. This will be helpful. Oh yeah, you're breathing. Like breathing, I don't need to watch anymore again because I know that when I'm having a moment where I feel anxious, I'll start focusing on my breathing. So it's like we watch stuff if you haven't implemented in your routine yet and it's beneficial towards you. And what else did I want to say? So the whole thing about, so it's like pay attention to watching videos about growth, developing self-love, all the areas that you're struggling with. That's what you should spend more of your time on than seeking the truth, for example, because yes, it's good to know what's happening in the world and it's beneficial, but you need to be in a place where you can handle and process that information and where it's not taking away from your growth and you bettering yourself and you manifesting and creating the reality that you want. So focus more on your growth than finding out the truth. And I know I'm a truth seeker and I'm saying this, but if you have areas that you need to grow, then work on that and take the truth in doses, because it's more important about your growth and bettering your soul than anything else. And then in time, as you feel better, you'll be able to seek the truth more and more and more.